Hello, lovely Capricorns. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's dive straight into your week ahead, right, for the 10th to the 16th of February. So happy Valentine's Day for the week ahead for you guys. But let's see what Spirit has to say for you. So let's get an overall theme, please, Spirit, for the lovely Capricorns. One card out that's going to be really important for them for this week, please. Okay, you have two. Now that's the first time that's happened and they look the same. Right, you have pride and relationships. So I'm going to put them like this, although let me show you them first. So pride is going to be important this week, so make sure that we are loving ourselves. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. It's okay to be proud. Just don't be prideful, right? And then you have relationships. And this is a really good affirmation for those of you who might be trying to attract in new relationships. And this says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher goods, whether it be friendships or business partnerships. It's a really good affirmation to say during this week. But let's see what else is going on for you guys without this really wonky mess over here. For my gorgeous Capricorns, please, let's dive in. Two cards out, please. Okay, yin. I love that. There's so much self-love going on. Now, just be aware of this energy, because this is the only thing that might get you down this week. And it's the never-ending story card. And what this card usually means, we'll start with the bad first before we get into the good stuff. When we kind of get like super attached onto something, right? Whether it be an answer that you're lacking and you're really, really needing, or whether it be clarity in some way or closure, whatever it may be. I'm not sure yet. But this can really get you down if you attach yourself to it. I always say when this card comes in, it's time to separate yourself from whatever is causing you stress, so that you can go and have fun and come back to this when the timing is right. Because the timer is going down, but it's not going to go any faster the more that you spend time looking at it, you know. So this is an important week to keep yourself busy if you are waiting for something, or if you're searching for answers in any way. But I will dive a bit deeper into that if it comes up to it in the rest of the reading here, because the yin card is here and this is all about love. And this card says the more that you do things that you love to do, the more loving things come your way. So for some of you, you might be trying to attract in relationships, all right, or wanting more fulfilling dynamics and relationships around you. Instead of sitting thinking about it, that you don't have it right now, it's a good time to start putting it into the universe here. That you love yourself and that you're loving your life anyway, and the right people are going to come your way too. So do more things that bring you joy, all right, whatever that means to you. But let's dive into the rest of your reading and get a little bit more insight into what else is going on. Just be aware of this never-ending story, right? When there's a never-ending story, it feels like we're stuck in a loop. So let's try to break old habits by acknowledging what they are and then choosing to do something different in retaliation to them. All right, don't spiral. Let's see. One card out, please. Two cards out, please, for Capricorns this week. Two cards. All right, Stag Spirit says, take the lead. A really good time to step into your Emperor energy, which is all about taking control of your life and your decisions, building an empire. All right, one more, please, for Capricorn, if we're able to. Thank you. Right, finally. So this is very Emperor energy. And then we have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Interesting. So Spirit wants you to focus on giving right now, as you can see. So it might be a really good time to be quite charitable, to give to others, friends, family, to give your love. I feel like if you're trying to attract in love, it's a really good time to give it. And I know I'm just repeating the same thing, but I'm just confirming that that's your message this week. Make sure that you're giving. Give not because you want something in return, because that's just going to happen anyway, but it's because you're giving because you love to give, right? I wonder what this is that's getting you down. And then you have take the lead. So a really important time to start taking control, taking accountability and responsibility for things that are in your control right now. So you can't control what other people are giving to you, but you can control what you're giving to others. Let's see what else comes through. Let's get a couple of random cards from this deck for you before we dive into your tarot and see what else is going on. For Capricorns, please, for this week, what are some important messages that they need to hear right now? Okay, you got a few. Okay, you got the rainbow. Let's show you. So you have rainbow, and this is the most difficult part of a situation is over. That's quite nice. You do have mule, and this says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So just be aware of that. Could be you. That's okay though. Candle says you'll be shown the way, which is awesome. So you're being guided by spirit at this time. You also have, if I can pick them up, advice from a friend coming through this week that could be really important for you. And then you have bird perched, and this says waiting for news, package, or letter. And that definitely feels like you're waiting for something. So interesting, because it kind of confirms what we're saying. And again, I will say go have fun in the meantime, because it's not going, you sit and wait for it is not going to speed up the time of something. Okay, just be mindful of that during this week. So for my gorgeous Capricorns, let's get a card out for the overall energy of this week for you guys. The Two of Pentacles. So you are trying to balance a lot right now in your life. You could be working on 2 different projects or 2 different jobs, or you're just trying to figure things out and bring balance into your world. All right, this is my card of multitasking, keeping busy, and all that stuff. So it is good. All right, you're trying to build things up here. You're trying to give to multiple things at once, maybe. We will clarify that for you. What is the energy of Capricorn this week, though? The sun. Oh, here we go. Focus on the positives, guys, because there's a lot of happiness coming up in your energy. Now, the sun is the most positive card in the deck. So the fact that's coming up in your energy is a really good sign that you're entering a phase of happiness, of self-love, as we can see here, loving yourself more, putting more love into the universe too, which feels awesome. Focusing a lot more on the positive side of life. Again, go out, have fun, make some happy memories this week, regardless of what you're waiting for. And let's get a card out for your challenge this week. Two of Cups. So relationships and soulmates is your challenge. And I feel like for the majority of you, it's probably because you're waiting for the right person. You're waiting for good connections, people who are your soulmates. All right, so again, the affirmation down here will be helpful. And I really would say it's time to connect with people. Instead of waiting for it, it's a really good time to connect with others, to go after what it is. But not in a sense, yeah, it just feels like the more love that you give, the more love comes back to you. All right, let's get one more for your advice for the week. The Two of Swords. That's about making a decision, using your intuition to make a decision. Let's see what that's about here, because I'm going to have to clarify that one for you. As you can see in this card, she has a blindfold on, and that's because she's listening to her feelings about these swords and not just what she's looking at, right? So trusting in your instincts and your feelings is going to be important. So let's see what they're talking about down here. Why is the Two of Cups the challenge? So this could be a connection between you and somebody else. That could be the actual thing. If you are in a relationship, that could be the problem here. Because we have 2 different queens, it does feel a little bit like there's a little bit of a divide between you and someone, like there is some differences here. Okay, one more for this. And this is where you're making a decision. That's interesting. Now, for some of you, I wonder if there is a couple of people in your life here who you're having to make a decision about. That's interesting. And I wonder if that's somebody who's unwilling to change, or because I wonder if the Queen of Wands is you. And I'm only saying that because you have the sun in your energy, like optimistic and all this kind of stuff. And like, I feel like you're really trying to get on track in your life in terms of your happiness levels, right? Trying to move forward and trying to have fun, because Queen of Wands is beautiful. She's attractive. She just naturally attracts attention, and she just is super bubbly, fun, caring, kind. She shines out. But we have this other Queen of Swords, and I don't know if this is a person or not. It's coming through with Two of Cups, so relationships. I don't know if it's your approach to it. I don't know, which could be the case, right? Because we have the never-ending story, which probably would feel a bit like that Queen of Swords. And Queen of Wands would be the yin, if I'm going to guess. If it is a person, maybe they're a bit, super direct and super, kind of the opposite, I would say, very cold. They probably do have a big heart deep down, but I wonder what's going on here. Or I wonder if this is just a friend trying to help you make a decision. I don't know, actually, Capricorn. I'm going to say I'm a bit stumped on this one. Let's try dive a little bit deeper, because Spirit is trying to confirm with me that this is about the Two of Cups, but I'm really a bit lost with it. So if you resonate with it already and you know what this is, let me know. But clearly it's about a decision that you have to make about this. Again, it could be your approach. If you've been the Queen of Swords lately, you've been a bit cold-hearted or a bit too direct or a little bit too rigid or a little bit too, detached maybe emotionally. This is a really good time to get your flair back again. And pride makes sense with the Queen of Wands because she is fire sign energy, Leo energy. Interesting. What's the never-ending story? I'm just going to go on a little bit of a tangent here. The Three of Cups, what it is about friendships, that's really interesting. It's about your community. And again, Three of Cups would make sense that it's a really important time to pay attention to gratitude, to focus on the things that you do have right now, not things that you don't have. That's really important. Okay, and have fun a bit. And I feel like maybe that makes sense with this. You're having to make an important choice about how you're showing up in the world this week, which means it's not easy. It's not easy to get into the swing of things again and get back to being more positive if something's weighing on your mind and you're waiting for clarity and something. I get it. Which is why you're staring at the clock like, I need this to be able to do that. But Spirit's saying it's not going to happen that way unless you want to sit here and drain the life out of yourself whilst you're waiting for it, because it's not going to speed things up. And I don't know what that's about. I'm getting a headache. Right, let's clarify the Two of Swords. Why is this the advice? What's the advice here, please? The Fool. So you are being called to take a leap of faith, do something fun. All right. The Fool card could be about starting a new journey, and that could be what you're feeling guided to do, to go somewhere else, to start something fresh. One more for that. Take a leap of faith in some way in your life. What is this leap of faith about? The Five of Swords and a Devil. So for some of you, it really is. For some of you, it's internal. For others of you, it's external, as in a person. If it is a person outside of yourself, that could be someone who's a bit of a pessimist. Now, I'm not saying that is someone who's just going through a dark time in their life. I'm speaking of somebody who is a little bit addicted to being toxic, or a little bit addicted to being chaotic or argumentative or something in some way. Because it does feel like some of you might have to cut somebody out this week because they're kind of weighing on you now. And I do feel like it's kind of making you feel a certain way. And give with gratitude and grace, they still want you to give grace to the situation and to do it gracefully. But the Fool card is kind of saying that maybe it's stopping you from really living your life in some way. And I wonder what that is, because it's the Devil and the Five of Swords. Now, if it's not a person, okay, it could definitely just be about you. Maybe the Devil is some fears that you have, and some fears of opening up and being happy because you're scared that, you've been through crap and you've been through defeats before, and you were once happy and it all came shattering down, and maybe you were wrong in some situations where you thought something was going to be good but it wasn't. So that has now affected your approach to life. Spirit's kind of saying this, it's time to change that, because that's the Devil energy, right? That's low vibe, and that's not what you're trying to manifest in. So again, with that yin energy, start to become the energy that you want to attract. Okay, take the lead. All right, start to give with gratitude and grace. Start to give to things that bring you joy. All right, because you don't want to live in regret later on, do you? So that's interesting. So this is probably what you're trying to bring into balance here, because this is weighing on one side. I feel like this is what you're trying to balance, is whatever this energy is, whether it be inside you or somebody else. You're trying to be happy, attract love, but then there's this feeling, this haunting energy around you, whether it be a person or yourself. Either way, it kind of needs to go. All right, Two of Swords. It was time to change direction a little bit. Whether you cut somebody off completely, I don't know, or just decide that you're going to spend a little bit less time around somebody because it's getting to you. I don't know what it is. But it's important that you kind of just have a bit more fun this week and do whatever you need to do in order to do that, right? Loving yourself more, saying more positive affirmations, trying to build something in your life is important. With that Two of Pentacles being here, trying to bring balance into it is important. Because, it just feels a little bit like, something's weighing you down, or something might be giving you the bad advice, because you do have advice from a friend. But I feel like that's a bad advice. Like, it's a little bit of temptation, or it's keeping you attached to things you just don't want to be attached to. So, my angels, if that makes sense, please let me know. I wish you guys all the best. I send you my love. I wish this was a bit clearer, but I guess for those who need to hear it, it is already the message that you need to hear this week. So keep in love with yourself, keep attached to these affirmations, and remember these things, and keep doing what you love to do. Bring more love into your life. Don't hold on to anything that is not giving you certainty or clarity or any good feelings. It's a really important time to make important decisions. Okay, my angels, so I love you, wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.